Good morning, everyone. It's been a very busy morning this morning with this blizzard coming in. I'm still working on laundry, took garbage out. I made biscuits and gravy. I made homemade granny gravy, but I used canned biscuits. It's not the same. But I did make a huge pot of chili, and right now I've got brownies in the oven. So that way we've got our sweet covered, our evening meal covered, and as well I can feed my neighbor if he needs something to eat tonight because I don't think he's going to be getting out today. He might, but he shouldn't. So anyway, chili, biscuits and gravy, and brownies. It's for the meal of the day. I hope everyone is doing well. I know there's flooding, there are blizzards, there's ice warnings, there's tornado warnings, watches, so on and so forth. Please be careful. Please be safe and take care of others when you can. Um, I would talk about climate change, but I know that a lot of people do not believe in climate change. They think that Biden caused the hurricanes. Um, they think that, you know, I don't know. Maybe God is in control of it. I don't know. But I'm not going to talk about climate change. The train is going by. All right. Good job, girls. Okay. We had dogs years ago, and they would always howl at the train. And we got these two. My husband says, "Oh, it would be so nice to train them how to howl at the train." And I went, "Okay." And so that's what we did. We trained them to howl at the train. And so when he's asleep, like now, and the train's going by and they howl, I just kind of laugh a little bit inside. It's his own fault. But anyway, um, Donald Trump posted something, um, a statement that should scare the hell out of you. It says, "He who saves his country does not violate any law." Well, that is not true. Even though the Supreme Court has given him pretty much a king's reign of our country, he is not saving our country from anything. If anything, our country is imploding with stupid stuff that's causing people to die, causing people to make really poor decisions. And I'm hoping that people will soon start opening up their eyes a little bit, come out of that bubble, and see what everyone else was trying to tell them. So, Elon Musk fired all of our nuclear security people. Can't remember how many hundred. I think it was 300 people. Did not realize who he was firing, and now they're trying to get these people back and they can't get a hold of them. This is why you do not let unqualified people into the internal workings of your government. If you remember, and I'm going to bring this one up, if you go and watch the Oval Office the press event where you have Trump and Elon and then his little booger picking son there telling the president to shush his mouth and that he's not the president and he needs to go away. That's telling in itself, because I've seen a lot on this topic, and 4-year-olds don't say stuff unless they've heard it. So I'm just going to leave that one there. But Elon Musk was talking about bureaucracy and allowing unelected officials into government treasury, when in fact he was speaking of himself because he was not an elected official. He is a South African immigrant. He is making tons, buttloads of money off of our government contracts. And now he has fired our nuclear uh, emergency specialists. You don't have a problem with that? Are you sure? You know, one of my commenters, when I was talking about the cyber trucks, said, well, it was signed under Biden. That doesn't matter. I am so tired of hearing Biden's name right now. Biden is not responsible for the crap that Trump is doing. Okay? Elon Musk changed the name of the Cybertruck to armored vehicles. Okay? He didn't leave it Tesla EV armored vehicles on there. He changed the name on the contract because he's in there and that's what he can do. Elon Musk alone could solve many problems in our country if he truly cared about our people, which he does not. None of these people care about people who are in need, people that require help, people that are being taken out of their properties due to all of these hurricanes and fires and floods and so on and so forth. He could solve a lot of this problem. But they've also cut your veterans' care. They have fired veterans, doctors and administrators and nursing and so on and so forth. Why? Because they don't care about your veterans. They're cutting the things that you need the most. Medicaid will be cut. Medicaid has already been cut. Now, the Republicans have put a bill in to add to our debt. Why would you need more debt ceiling if you are finding fraud? Because there is no fraud to be found. What they're doing is screwing around, and they're going to get us hurt. They're going to get us hurt with other countries. Our allies are already our enemies. And other countries are already preparing militarily against us. So when Donald says, he who saves the country does not violate any laws, that's a lie. Okay, that's a lie. Because the three parts of our government work together. There's not one above the other. And so when people say, well, the judiciary branch should not be overseeing what the presidential or executive branch is doing, yes, they should. That's how it was designed in our Constitution. Our Constitution is now being dismantled, disregarded, disassembled, and everyone who wanted to call themselves patriots cannot. You can't be a patriot to a document that you are okay with dismantling, taking away freedom of speech from the press. That's huge. That's huge. When Donald wants to take away press's licenses because they don't agree with him and they won't bow down to him, that's a First Amendment problem. Okay? Making this a white Christian nation is also against the First Amendment. This is unconstitutional behavior. And so now the United States of America is no longer this democracy with the Constitution holding it together, because the Constitution cannot hold together crime and what's going on. It can't. There is only one answer to this, because I'm going to tell you something right now. I do not depend upon these representatives who are just doing the Democratic thing. Personally, they need to get this militarily taken care of, and that's my opinion. Homan and his ICE people have said that they're going to go after people who speak against ICE. Well, ice, ice, baby, my butt. Okay? Here's what I have to say about that. You are trying to cause panic. You are trying to shut the mouths of people who have opinions and freedom of speech. Go ahead. Come after me, Tom Homan, you mouth breathing fat. Mm, come after me. I will tell people what they need to do. They need to have their paperwork in order. They need to have their cards in order. They need to have a red card. They need not to open the door if there's no search warrant. Yeah, they need to do that. Like AOC says, I'm just freedom of speech. I'm not going against you. I'm going against your mafia tactics. You know, he's not going to admit that they're turning back loose 3/4 of what they're catching. Then we have measles outbreaks, and people want to say, well, you know, vaccinations, we just didn't have them in our time. Well, guess what? There's a reason why we have them now. I am so thankful that my mother didn't go with this anti-vax crap. That I am thankful for that. And so should every child who has gone through school with children with diseases that could kill them, or when they go home, kill their little siblings or their grandmother or grandfather or aunt and uncle. There's a reason for vaccinations. I am absolutely so confused at how MAGA thinks this is working for them. Trump did promise lower prices. He didn't promise that we would be struggling more. The auto industry, Ford, what is that guy's name? Jim Farrell. This is going to absolutely destroy our economy when it comes to auto manufacturing. The 3 states that are going to be hit hardest by this taking away the e-vehicles, which I'm kind of concerned because isn't that what Elon makes? EVs? So only Musk is allowed to make, or Tesla is the only one allowed to make EVs? It corners the market, doesn't it? Okay. So the three states where they have these battery manufacturing for these EV cars is, well, there's 4 states: Ohio, Michigan, Kentucky, and Tennessee. When they shut down those battery making businesses, thousands of people will be out of work. There is nothing wrong with making things better and making our environment better to take care of what we took when we came here. When we are born, we are takers. There is nothing wrong with giving back, especially when it comes to taking care of our earth. And I think that you all are on the wrong track. I think that believing you're a patriot is delusional at this point. And with that being said, I'm going to check my brownies and I'm going to go eat a bowl of chili and possibly a grilled cheese sandwich, maybe. Y'all have a great day. Hugs from a distance. Stay warm, stay dry, stay safe, and prepare. Remember, with prices going up, be smarter when you shop. Bye, y'all. Hugs from a distance.